Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great weekend. So welcome to this new video here on Turbo. We're going to do a full update. Turbo broke out again. We talked about this in the last video as well, but beautiful price action. There's a couple of things we do need to be a little bit critical of, all right? So if you are a Turbo maxi, this might not be the video for you, all right? I tried to keep it. I tried to keep it accurate. I tried to keep it objective, and objectively speaking, Turbo at this point of time is still very strong, is still very bullish, right? So I would definitely say that it is most likely we're going for that main resistance level right here at 0.7 and 0.75 cents. So I think technically that's most likely. However, to trade that and to put money on the line for that move, I think is a different question. All right, we have quite a few bearish divergences here, basically in everything. All right, you can see if we're diving right in right now. By the way, hopefully you don't mind. That's usually how I like to do these videos, so that I'm not wasting any of your time. Although some of you might still say I'm wasting your time if you do not agree with me. But no, I mean, you can see we made higher highs with the price. That's great, and ultimately that is what matters most. But all the relevant other metrics are showing lower highs, right? If you take a look at the volume, not only the volume during this high, but also the initial volume pumping up to this level right here at 0.3 cents. Both of those rallies, the volume was higher. Now, obviously, you need less volume to get a breakout if we're already this high up, and if we're consolidating. And you can see the structure right here was also relatively strong, so it looks quite likely that Turbo was going to break out either way. So these divergences, and then the RSI is also making lower highs, and the open interest as well. So all of that together, you'd say, well, we have three bearish divergences. That's obviously bearish. But the double thing with bearish divergences is always that, you know, it's very based on technicals, and it doesn't always matter. If there's plenty of reason outside of the technicals to believe that Turbo is going higher, then you should just listen to that. And at this point of time, if we take a look at the structure, we've been able to break above half a cent, or 0.005, of course. We've been able to break above that with relatively high volume compared to the consolidation below that. The consolidation below here, you can also see the price was compressing against resistance instead of support, so that's technically also bullish. Bitcoin at this point of time technically is still strong and bullish. And then outside of that, Turbo has a major history of having these very aggressive and lasting pumps. And you can see, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find a perfect example of this. Probably not. Can I actually find somewhere where we actually did some sort of a major bearish divergence with Turbo? No, no, I actually cannot. I mean, usually when we see bearish divergences like we see right now, it doesn't end well. I guess right here, I mean, you can see Turbo still went higher. Even after this move, like this was a bearish divergence, right? I mean, the price went up, but you can see volume went down. You can see the RSI. No, the RSI actually. Oh, we cannot. All right. Well, that's a little bit bad news, but still, like I said, those other reasons I named are still very relevant, right? So for now, the main thing I'd watch is we're finding a time imbalance right here in this very tight area. The main level we broke out above is right here at 0.5, 0.48 cents. That's the main area that was resistance as well. So what happens very often is that if the price breaks out and out of a all right, I should explain this a little bit better. All right, you have a resistance level right here. Price consolidates, price breaks out. Usually it finds time imbalance a little bit higher. Then it retests. If the retest is good, we rally up higher. If the retest is not good, we will not rally up higher, and it was a fake out. So I think it's quite likely that Turbo is going to retest that main key level. If the reaction is good, I think it's very likely we're going higher to 0.7, 0.75 cents. And I think this is also most likely given the technicals and the general market situation. It's just not necessarily something I would trade unless I actually see some really good volume come in at that retest. But that's what I think is most likely. If we do not get a strong touch, this could be one big bull trap, so be aware of that. I would definitely not go all in on this, but no, as long as you know that, you're fine. So those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know. For now, take care, have a great Sunday, and bye.